Hi, this is my Mod 4 video post for our discussion of the Harry and Klinger text on why are so many minority students in special education. The three most important chapters I felt were Chapter 4, Chapter 7, and Chapter 10. Chapter 4, the most important piece of information was how student learning was based on the quality of teacher. Um, in Chapter 4, through observations, it showed how student achievement is based on how the teachers actively engage the students through instruction and how well behaviors were addressed through classroom management. During the observations, it showed that low income schools had teachers that displayed the most extremes of these behaviors. Um, it talked about the extreme qualities of instruction and classroom management. These extremes, um, create a lack of student opportunities to learn, and it does diminish the quality of education. The next chapter is Chapter 7. Chapter 7 talked about the importance of the student's language proficiency included in the referral process. It talks about how nationally students with language improficiencies in both their first language and in English are overrepresented. In this case, in these observations, there was an inconsistency in the conclusion, and a conclusion could not be determined due to underlining issues that push students into a particular category. This brings me to the last and final chapter that I thought was important, and that was Chapter 10. And Chapter 10 describes how these labels restrict student learning. Chapter 10 showed that sometimes the least restrictive environment is not always the least restrictive environment for some of these students, and that placing these students with these labels creates um, creates a restriction in how the students learn and what the students learn. And these labels tend to hinder our minority students and place them into areas where they cannot excel. Um, these were my three main chapters in our Harry and Klinger text.